Hello, listeners, and welcome to our podcast. I am Arath, and today we've brought with us a nutritionist that will answer some questions related to a very essential nutrient for our lives, even more important for people that do a lot of exercise. And he will also clear some misconceptions about it for us. We are talking about protein.
I am Ricardo, and I will be asking the questions along with Arath and our next invitee, Jean.
Hello, I'm Jean. I'm very excited to be here today on this podcast and have the opportunity to speak more about this topic that is very important to know about.
Now, welcome our invitee, Leonardo. He's a nutritionist who has helped lots of people with problems related to their nutrition. Hello, Leonardo.
Hello, Arath. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
Fine, fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm glad. I'm good too. But now, let's start with what concerns us. We want to ask you some questions that the general public may have related to protein. For the first question, what is a protein?
A protein is a highly complex substance that is present in all living organisms. They are fundamental molecules for life and they play crucial roles in chemical and biological processes within the body.
And what are proteins made of?
Proteins are composed of amino acids linked together to form long chains similar to beds on a string.
Wait a second, I have a quick question. What is an amino acid?
Amino acids are the essential ingredients that make up the incredible protein structures in our cells. They are like building blocks.
Wow, that is pretty interesting. Now, with the next question. What do proteins do for our bodies?
Well, the protein has many uses, such as being an enzyme, it acts as a catalyst in chemical reactions. As a hormone, it regulates processes like growth and metabolism. As structural proteins, it forms part of tissues such as muscles and skin. As oxygen carriers, hemoglobin is an example of them. And finally, as antibodies. This is the immune system in fighting infections.
Since we are talking about the benefits of protein, it is true that eating more protein will help to build muscles.
Yes, but only to some degree. Not all dietary protein you eat goes directly toward muscle building. Once you eat enough protein to drive protein synthesis, your body will also oxidize protein for energy. Going far beyond 30 to 35% of your daily calories in protein won't necessarily provide additional muscle building benefits.
If we want to get all those benefits, how much protein do we have to consume? Normally, if we are sedentary or if we do sports.
The RDA or recommended dietary allowance for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight or 0.36 per pound for sedentary adults, and for people who exercise, usually 1.2 to 2.0 grams of protein per kilogram is recommended.
What are some foods you can get protein from?
Some foods that contain proteins are fatty fishes like salmon or tuna, lean meats like beef, lamb, veal, pork, some fruits like avocado, jackfruit, blackberries, raspberries, guava, legumes, eggs, and dairy products. Take into account, though, that the quality of the protein varies depending on the source. Complete proteins come mostly from animal sources, while incomplete proteins usually come from plant-based sources.
From all these foods, what is the best source of protein?
The best protein sources vary based on individual preferences and dietary needs. The most common options include lean meats, chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, dairy products, legumes, tofu, and protein supplements.
And what happens if we don't eat enough protein?
If we have low protein intake, it will result in weakness and fatigue. Some examples are swelling, stunted growth, a weakened immune system, skin and hair changes, and bone and muscle loss.
Finally, to finish our series of questions, what are some misconceptions and myths about protein intake?
I will say some of them are protein only builds muscle, eating a lot of protein causes kidney diseases, eating less protein is a good way to lose weight. This is because protein does way more for our bodies than just build muscle. Also, eating a lot of protein might cause kidney diseases, but only if it's done for a long period of time. And finally, eating less protein for a weight loss might be counterproductive because eating more protein has beneficial effects for losing weight.
Thanks, Leo, for answering these questions about protein. Thanks to you, people will know the importance of this essential macronutrient. Thank you for coming to our podcast. And that's it for today. Goodbye.
See you in the next podcast.